it's a new rally, so you don't have all the rocks and tree stumps on your notes. So I just took it steady and made sure I just finished the stage.
Back up to the stages for the afternoon loop, and Ford's Flying Finns will hope to extend their advantage out front. It's out to the 12-kilometre Grabovka for the second pass, and as expected, the soft sandy surface is fairly rutted in some areas. It's going to be tough going for rally leader Mikko Hirvonen, but the Finn is completely focused on the road ahead. As Loeb already found to his cost, getting the lines perfect is crucially important here. Interestingly, Latvala has opted for a slightly lower suspension setting than his teammate. A bit of a risk on these rutted roads, but it's worked well in stage 5. He makes up a second on Mikko. Rally Poland is really serving up some terrific action. Full commitment here from Citroen's Danny Sordo. It looks incredibly quick, but Danny is off the pace of the Fords again through stage 5. Back to the fight at the front, and in the heavily rutted Pianki stage, Latvala's lower suspension may not work as well. He needs to beat that target time to move into the lead. No sign of the flying finish boards, and he's already slower. He'll lose a fair amount of time to Mikko in here. Yeah, that really was an incredible effort from Hirvonen. Latvala now 9.6 seconds behind his teammates. Further back, Andreas Mikkelsen is still looking strong in his privately entered Skoda. The Norwegian is clearly relishing getting back behind the wheel of a World Rally car. He's currently running in a fantastic 4th. Norway's rallying superstar Petter Solberg is not far behind though. Petter throwing his Zara over these jumps, and the 2003 world champion gets past his compatriot on stage 6.
Slight left, 6 right minus, 1 left. 1 right.
This is where we're at then. After stage 6, Hirvonen still leads the way, having stretched out his lead over Latvala. Sordo is third, with a fairly big gap to the rest of the field, which is now headed up by Petter Solberg. But no Loeb on that leaderboard after that stage 4 incident. The reigning world champion's day is over. Welcome back to Poland. We've been served up some blisteringly quick action here. Mikko Hirvonen is out front, and with the leading pack on their way to the final stage of day 1, we can round up the action further back. Henning Solberg is 6th on that leaderboard. He had been struggling to find the right setup on his Ford Focus to match the conditions of this new rally this morning, but has got up to speed in the afternoon loop. He's already passed Sébastien Ogier and is closing up on the men fighting for 5th. Ogier is in confident mood, having claimed a career-best 2nd place finish in Greece, but he's not quite got to grips with Poland's flat-out flowing roads just yet. He was fortunate to get away with this stage 4 spin, and he remains in 7th for now. Matt Wilson has been using the knowledge of co-driver Scott Martin, who has previous experience of Rally Poland, to help him on the high-speed forest roads. The British driver is steadily building his confidence and is still close enough to Ogier to mount a challenge of the Frenchman's position. Just outside the point-scoring places is Konrad Rautenbach. The multiple African rally champion is taking a cautious approach to some of Poland's frighteningly quick stages, but is ideally positioned to mount a charge into the point-scoring places. 3-time Rally Poland winner Krzysztof Holowczyk is flying the Polish flag proudly in 10th in his Stobart VK Ford Focus, despite a spin and a stall that cost him valuable time earlier in the day. Mats Osberg has been struggling to find the best setup for his Subaru Impreza. A spin early in stage 4, a sign that he's not entirely at ease. The Norwegian is currently running down in 11th. Back to the front runners now, and it's been a perfect day so far for Ford, and in particular, Mikko Hirvonen. The Finn has excelled on these spectacular roads and is on the attack again in stage 7, the second run through Prapotki. Spectacular stuff from Hirvonen, and it's looking like another strong run through the day's final stage. Sordo, meanwhile, is doing all that he can to keep the pressure on the Ford boys. He's slipping further adrift with every passing stage, though, and has been slower than Mikko in the early splits of stage 7. He may soon be forced to settle for third spot. With Ford Finns running in the top 2 spots, Jari-Matti Latvala is unlikely to put too much pressure on his teammate to push for the rally lead. After losing over 8 seconds to Mikko in the previous test, he's back on the pace in here, though. Incredible view from Jari-Matti's front bumper here. As is often the case, Petter Solberg is the best of the rest behind the full works drivers. The Norwegian is already over half a minute behind Sordo, but needs to keep one eye on his young compatriot Andreas Mikkelsen, who's just 1.1 seconds back. The Skoda privateer has been complaining of differential problems this afternoon, though. And there does seem to be a problem here for Andreas. He's got a very sick engine. Eventually, Mikkelsen has to admit defeat and pull over. It's a disappointing end to a terrific return to action for the 20-year-old driver. The star of the day, though, has undoubtedly been Mikko Hirvonen. The final stage is cleared without drama, and it was another impressive time. A good day in the office for Ford's number 1.
Is it really what you expected at the end of day 1 to be in the lead?
Yes, it is. But of course I was expecting Sebastian to be here as well, but we still have quite a big fight with Sordo and Jari-Matti. I think they are pushing quite hard on this one. I took this one a little bit more steadier than the stage before, so we'll see how they do it.
Confident now tomorrow morning first on the road?
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to be fine.
One last chance for Latvala to make up some ground on his teammate on this opening day then. The 24-year-old using all of the road as he closes on the finish boards. He could beat Mikko again in here. Yes, it's another fastest time for Latvala and co-driver Mika Anttila, but they only make up 0.7 of a second on Hirvonen. The leaderboard after the opening day of Rally Poland is looking very promising for Ford. They've locked out the top 2 spots again, with Sordo just under half a minute behind Latvala. Then comes the Solberg brothers with Sebastian Ogier, Matt Wilson and Conrad Rautenbach finishing off the top 8.
So Jari, did things go according to plan this afternoon for you?
Yeah, they did. Went really well. No problems at all. Very satisfied. I think only the stage 6 I was losing to Mikko like 9 seconds, almost 9 seconds, 8.2 or something. And it's amazing time from Mikko. It was a very fast stage, and I thought that I didn't do any mistakes, but the time was not so good.
It's important to finish and to take the points, no? But I don't know. It's difficult, but I try. I don't take 100% the risk, but I try to go fast for try some second with Hirvonen or Latvala, but it's really difficult.
This could be a crucial day in the season.
Could be, but it's still 2 days to go, and it's going to be difficult tomorrow. New rally anyway, and it's so fast and narrow that you very easily make small mistakes. So we still need to be careful.
It's been a dramatic opening day on Poland's return to the WRC, with Loeb's run of misfortune continuing. The world champion will be back under the Super Rally rules tomorrow, but the Ford boys are very much in control at the front. Find out if they can stay there on WRC.com, and we'll be back tomorrow with the Day 2 action.